So in this video I'm going to talk to you about early reading. Before we send home the Read Write Ink reading books, your child will bring home an early reading book, just like this. Now these books don't have any words in, but there's so much we can do with a story without words. So when you first get your first child's book home, talk to your child about how they feel about reading and books. And when you look specifically at the book they've brought home, use words like front cover, back cover, point out the title, tell your child the title, ask them to repeat it back, talk about what's going on the front cover, and ask your child to predict what they think is going to happen in the story. So when you've done lots of discussion about the story, talked about the title, used the words front cover, back cover, make sure your child is sitting comfortably with the book and ensure that they open it really carefully and correctly. And work your way through, as your child's holding the book, talk to your child and work your way through the book with your child, asking loads of questions and getting your child to talk about what's going in the picture. So you can model, you could say, I can see Daddy waving, what can you see? And your child will hopefully come up with something that they can see. But also talk about, ask questions, what do you think's happening, what do you think's going to happen next? And just loads and loads of questions and discussion, what they can see in the pictures, what they think's happening, who they think all the characters are, and just lots of discussion. So work your way through the book and the story, talking about what's happening, talk about what they can see, why they think things are happening, all the way through. And then when you get to the end of the story, give a little bit of a conclusion for them, explain what's happened at the end of the story, ask them why they think that's happened. Be sure to talk about if they enjoyed the story. It's fine, they won't enjoy every story they bring home, so it's fine for them to say they didn't enjoy it, but ask them why and what sort of story they would like next. So loads of discussion, and at the end of the story, ask your child to close the book and see if they can remember anything about the story. Ask them what happened, what was the story about, what did you like, what did you enjoy the most about the story, what didn't you like, may not be anything. So these early books without words can provide so much for your child, and there's so much that we can do with them. These books will be coming home only once a week, so don't worry if you've looked at that story a few times with your child and maybe you can't face looking at it again, or they're fed up with it. Just practice the same skills with another book from the home. So holding the book correctly, turning the pages carefully and correctly, lots of discussion about the story, lots of I can see sentences about the pictures, and just some really great discussion and really embedding their love of reading and love of books.